Okay, good night, Mr. Fabricio. Nice to meet you. Here we have a short interview for our final assignment that is implementing an ESP course for tourism. Um, my partner Farrah and I, Angélica, we have some questions for you. And right now we want that you answer those questions, right? Um, First of all, Mr. Fabricio, what's your complete name and your job title? Your first question is that.
Estoy entrecortado.
Okay, English
Okay,
only.
but I
English,
can
maybe
hear
you
very
can
well.
speak Spanish.
Okay, can you repeat
Okay,
the
And
I start with
question?
my
Hmm.
I start with my name or what?
yes, your name and your job title.
Okay, my name is Fabricio Carbo, and I am a naturalist guy of the Galapagos National Park. I am marine reserve. I am a guy from the Marine Reserve of Galapagos. I am diver instructor, and also I own have a tourist boat in Galapagos, of course, and also I own a business. It's like a small, it's a restaurant, coffee shop, something like that.
Okay, our second question, Mr. Fabricio. How did you learn English?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just practicing. I don't know this from the school and practicing and reading books or something like that. And really
Okay,
never study official and some type of course or something like that.
okay, thank you. How many years have you worked in Galapagos Islands?
Again, I can hear you.
How many years have you worked
Okay,
on
I'm
Galapagos
doing
Islands?
this. Okay, I started since in 18 18 no, in 1984. It's 38 years.
Oh, 30 years. You have a lot of experience.
Hmm.
That's some
Okay.
experience, yes.
Okay. And what is your work experience in Galapagos? You have a restaurant you mentioned, right? And you are a guide.
Okay, I conduct a group of tourists
Okay.
around the national park, visit the different islands. I work on board of a ship, like a 16 passengers capacity, and we do visit every time. And also we do diving trips, scuba diving. And
Okay. So,
the last 3 years, I bought a boat, and the sailing boat is a tourist boat, and we do tours around Galapagos Island. But I don't work on board of my boat in this moment, and I have a lot of people that work for me in the ship and also in the other business. That's very new. It's just 3 months old.
so how many people do you employ on your boat or maybe your restaurant?
Okay, and the boat are working in between the people that. Okay, we have two crew. I mean, one crew that's working and the other one that is a replacement. The other one's going in vacation. In
Okay.
total, we have about 25 persons working for us between office people and crew members. And then in the other business, it's only 4 persons working there.
Just four, right?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, just four people. Okay, another question, please. What job titles do your employees have? For example, if he's a chef or maybe a captain or you as a guide.
Oh, yeah. Okay, on board we have a purser, we have a chef assistant, we have a captain, we have a first mate, second mate, we have a sailor, we have a chief engineer, we have a electrician, and we have panga drivers, and we have a naturalist guy, bartenders, and waiters.
Okay, a
And
variety, yeah.
and yeah, and in the deli, in the coffee shop, we have a chef, and we have 2 persons that waiters, let's say, okay, and bartender.
Okay. How many of your employees are locals? All of them or maybe just you have foreign people?
Oh, okay, most of the employers are locals. I mean, when you say locals, I don't, okay, we can talk
Ecuadorian.
native people don't exist in Galapagos, but we
Right.
say locals is people, to work in Galapagos, you need to be a resident, a permanent resident. Okay, in that way, all of those people are residents. If not, they
Okay.
can work in Galapagos. And to be a resident, you can get a temporary resident, but the only way to get that is if, for example, I try to hire somebody that don't exist in Galapagos in between the local people, I have to hire somebody from outside with a special permission and blah, blah, blah. But let's say that most of my people are people that are born in Galapagos or people that live long time in there, are locals, really locals is most of my employees.
Okay, Ecuadorian people. So, Farrah is going to continue
Okay.
with the questions for you.
Right.
Thank you, Fabricio.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Can you
ask
repeat again
questions
the
now.
last question?
Yes, she has more questions for you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so do all of your employees speak English?
Oh no, that's coming. Only the naturalists that work on board of the boat, they speak English fluent. And then the
Fluently.
rest of the people is very, very poor the English in everybody. I mean, they catch, they
Okay.
understand few things for the service, few things for the work, but in case that you
Okay.
just try to speak with them a little deeper, and that is not happening. And this is not only the case of my business, it's most of the people that work on board in Galapagos, they don't speak really good English. I mean,
Okay.
they can understand what you say. I want the glass, I want the fork, I want the knife, and things like that. Very, very basic.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is just an additional question.
Yeah.
Where are most of the tourists from? The tourists that go to Galapagos, do they all speak English?
Most, I mean, the 90.9% maybe are Americans.
Okay.
That in my business, no? But the
Mhm.
Galapagos is less percent. But basically, the English is the tourist language over there. I mean,
Okay.
everybody. If you don't speak English, it's difficult. I mean,
Right.
everybody. Okay.
Okay.
In percent about is American citizens is a majority, of course.
Okay.
Maybe the 45% of the tourists that go to Galapagos. In the case
Okay.
of my business, it's 100% Americans.
Okay. And let's see. How important do you think it is for your employees to speak English?
What did you say?
How important do you think it is for your employees to speak English?
Which question is that one? Let me read it because I can hear you very well.
Really? Can you
Okay.
hear me,
Number 9, number 9.
Angélica? Yeah. Number
Yes.
9.
Okay, no. Okay, how many? Okay, the percent. Okay, on board of the ship.
No,
let
number
me tell
9.
you that maybe.
Number 9. How
Yeah.
important do you think it is?
I got it.
Mhm.
I got it. On board of the ship, then maybe the 70% understand. I mean, understand in the way that if they request for something, the tourists they can just do it. Okay, but then in my business in the coffee shop, oh, they just one of them speak 50% of English. Let's say, I mean, yeah, but then on board more understand to speak. Basically, just the guy, some words, the bartender, and maybe the captain. That's it.
Okay. Do you think it's important that all of your employees speak English? Is it important?
It's super important.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, this all of my employers. I mean, it's going to be very good.
Right.
One of the problems is how. I mean, for the people that is on the coffee shop, it is more easy, but also the reception, the internet is very bad in Galapagos. The people that is on board, just they have no time on board. Just when they have vacation in between the breaks, they used to work 6 weeks on board, 3 weeks off, then is a chance that maybe they have it. But them on board is very difficult because the boat is moving and knowing every places are you have reception. No? That way, that's made very difficult because maybe when we are going to have in the nearly future, the next year we're going to have a submarine cable. I don't know if you heard about it, and then we're going to be connected with the internet very fast and very good. But that's going to be the next year.
Okay. Okay. And do you think your employees should take general English classes, or should they learn just the basics to be able to work in the tourism industry? Number 11.
Is I think they're going to accept and they're going to want it to do something to learn English in the way for the tourist industry, everything around that about the service. No?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware of any English institutes or schools in the Galapagos Islands?
Most of the people that live on the island, on the boats, I know they have class and they have online. I don't know how that is working with my people that work for me. No, I don't think they are doing that. But I know there's actually some type of class or something like that. Yes.
Yeah, one of our classmates, she's a professor in Universidad de San Francisco, and they are teaching the locals English.
Yeah, but that is for the people that live in San Cristobal. San Cristobal is where they. But what happened with that is that are young people that some of them are not working in the tourism. They're gonna work in the tourism, but they're work because there's no time for that. I mean, the people go to university, the people that is just people that is not on board. The tourist industry, most of the things move is in the ships, and then you have hotels. And that way, maybe if you do class at night, looking for a good schedule for everybody to do it, it's possible to do it. And I don't know, it's not so difficult to get support maybe for the tourist companies. Let me tell you that. In the past, happened like that. Before the pandemic, happened something like that.
Okay. Do you think once the internet is better, that people would be willing to take online English classes?
Again?
Do you think when the internet becomes better, people will take English classes online?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But you have to do, and you have to coordinate maybe with the office I mean, what happened there is about the schedule, you know, that way people take hours. Nobody work more longer than 8 hours on the base, on the sea, on the islands, right? And that way, what time is the best time? Maybe at night, you can have class for a night. Another one, you can have class in the morning. That way you have to looking for, and I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, but they're gonna have a good adaptation for that. Yes, everybody wants to learn, you know, it's necessary that.
Right.
Online.
Yeah. Do you think the Ministry of Tourism should provide English lessons or pay for it for tourism personnel?
You know, I mean, that's the good idea. That's a great idea to happen, but I don't think the tourist minister is going to do something like that.
Right.
But of course, why not? They have an office over there. That the financial thing is the problem. Something good idea is to speak, for example, to try to have contact with exist 3 associations of owners of boats that include also owners of hotels. They are private hotels. I mean, all is private, not public. And maybe that way you can get something. It's more, I mean, it's more, that's the truth. I mean, if you try with the tourist minister, oh my God, bureaucracy, you know, how is that? But then if you try to go to the different associations, we have 3 associations that have at least, we have 120 tourist boats in Galapagos, plus the hotels. Okay.
Wow.
That way, it's a lot of people working on.
Right. And the last question was about COVID. How has the COVID pandemic affected tourism? in the Galapagos? I mean, how do you see it now? Are they recovering?
Okay, the 100%. Okay, during the pandemic, don't happen anything, and about the 85% of the places closed. The ships don't move, collapse the economy totally. Now it start to recover in the last 3-4 months, but it's not. Looks like it's a really good recovery, but it's not like that, because though the 50% of the tourists that right now are visiting Galapagos are people that just book it, the tours for the pandemic time or before the pandemic, and that way it's like a payback. They go, they visit because they can't visit before during the pandemic.
Right, it's
and that
a
way
backlog.
the 50% of the money is fresh money, and the other 50% is the money that already spent. Okay, they burn the money. That way, don't exceed that money, and that way, with the 50%, the fresh money, they try to cover everything. We think that we need another 3 years to recover, or maybe 4 years to recover, in 100% economy that is in Galapagos. That is 100% really, directly or indirectly, the tourist industry.
Okay. I had one more question that we didn't put, but I was just thinking about it. Are there translators on the island? Are there people that work as translators?
Interpreter.
Yeah, translators or interpreter.
Okay, to work in Galapagos, even if I have to hire somebody that build a table, that work with the wood, I need to get permission for him. But I can get the permission by the special, it's an office that is give the permissions or not, after they publish in the radios or in TV that they need to, my company need to hire somebody. If nobody show himself, I have to hire from somebody from outside for a specific and temporary time. The same for translate, same for tour conductors that used to bring people on groups of tourists. And that way it's not so easy. Work there is, I mean, if my mother wants to work to Galapagos, she can't do it. They can stay just 3 months, and after they have to go back. And nobody works. If I hire somebody that don't have the permission, I have to pay huge penalties for that. And even a second or third time, they close my business.
Yeah. And that sounds like it's, you know, you can't hire someone from the mainland or a foreigner. And so the priority is for the people that are residents of Galapagos.
That's right. The people, and I mean, this is a way to protect them, because, you know, and if I have, for example, a group of, I got a good business, a good contact in Japan, and I'm going to have 5 weeks a year, and I don't have somebody that translate, I have to get the permission to bring somebody that translate Japanese to English or to Spanish or whatever.
Right. But that creates, it seems like, the people that are residents are less likely to have learned English than someone maybe from Guayaquil or Quito. Is that true?
Okay, exist some private schools that they have very well English, even they have American teachers and English teachers. The kids are doing very well right now.
Okay.
But also don't exist good schools, and maybe there is another space where you have to teach English, no? The kids after the school, no? I think.
Okay. All right. That's it for me. Thank you so much for your time, Fabricio. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
It was a pleasure to meet you. And we hope that Galapagos recovers soon.
Okay, was not very good the communication, but I hope you understand
you did
my
great.
very bad English.
Yes.
Thank you for everything. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.